This is the J-Hawks Sports Network, powered by Heartland Technology.
All right, welcome back to the South Gym, and the upper patio is where we're at for Jesup High School basketball right here on the J-Hawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. I'm Nate Clayberg, Luke Baldwin joining me, and Anthony Baugh having to do 75% more work than he usually does. So he's set to run camera and also have, I shouldn't have seen that picture, and also run the controls tonight on the J-Hawks Sports Network. Luke, welcome back after 2 wins last night. Boys and girls win over East Marshall.
Thanks, Nate. It's good to be here. I'm still that was a received a text. It was bad timing, man. I'm still trying to get over that. But yeah, it's good to be up here 2 nights in a row, man. It's always good to share the upper patio with you.
Well, we are set to go, like we did say, Jesup back in action. This will be a conference matchup, as Jesup right now leads the standings in the NICL East with 4 wins to none, and this will be their second time facing Oelwein the Huskies, who come in at 4-2 in conference play, 7-10 overall. Jesup 12-3 overall, with about a 16th rank in the state. And again, 3-0 in conference play. Like I did say, beat Oelwein pretty handily back on December the 5th, 63-20. As we did say last night, they did pick up the victory over East Marshall, resoundingly 63-14. And if you joined us last night, you'll be apt to know the shot clocks have been repaired, and we are set to go for basketball tonight.
Thank goodness. That was... we were kind of lucky. We at least had the earmuffs on up here, but for the rest of the folks in the crowd, that was an excruciating 10 to 15 minutes of very loud noises.
I feel like it went on for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it keeps stretching however long it goes. But, it was just a hand controller problem that sounds like Steve Schmidt got taken care of, and we're back in action. Second half, the girls, all the boys game, did not have the shot clock or a clock on the goal standard. So we are set. It looks like Doug Frosch gets the honors tonight for our starting lineups.
Sportsmanship by supporting your team, respecting the abilities of the opposition and decisions of the officials. You can create an environment that is reflective of the community. Be a class act, be a good sport, be a winner in the game of sportsmanship. Please welcome tonight's game officials, John Dvorak, Chris Heidelbauer, and Fred Griffiths. Now to tonight's starting lineup for the Oelwein Huskies. Sophomore, number 3, Mackenzie C. Sophomore, number 5, Hayden Becker. Senior, number 11, Alexis Berryman. Senior, number 12, Maria Rell. And senior, number 15, Rachel Rubenbaum. Oelwein is led by head coach Jason Yeslick. Now for your J-Hawks. Junior, number 2, Nathan Youngblood. Junior, number 5, Sage James. Junior, number 10, Peyton Cole. Junior, number 23, Olivia Nesbitt. And senior, number 32, Adriana Golden. Just led by head coach Jordan Conrad. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we honor our nation and pledge the flag while paying respect to our men and women in uniform around the world who protect their liberties and way of life with the singing of our national anthem by Jesup High School students Ellison and Hannah Bovey.
Through
5 singing Hannah and Allison Bovey. Hannah is senior, Allison a freshman, I believe, as we get the national anthem. Nice to have it live.
Yeah, I was going to say, I always enjoy when we get some students either singing it or playing it, or but yeah. Let me run through the starting lineups real quick. For the Oelwein Huskies, number 3, a sophomore guard, Mackenzie C. Number 5, a sophomore forward/guard, Hayden Becker. Number 11, a senior guard, Alexa Berryman. Number 12, Maria Rael, a senior guard. And then number 15, a senior forward/guard, Rachel Rulapal. For your Jesup J-Hawks, number 2, a junior guard, Peyton Youngblood. Number 5, a junior forward, Sage Bain. Number 10, a junior guard, Peyton Bowes. Number 23, a junior center, Olivia Nesbitt. And number 32, a senior guard, Adriana Bolden.
So Jesup will have the tip as we're underway. And Bolden getting the first shot for Jesup. Comes away, Bain with a rebound. And Sage first to the bucket, first to the book tonight for Jesup.
Yeah, Sage kind of picking up where she left off last night. Did a really nice job on the boards, and kind of that, your typical, I hate calling them garbage men, garbage women, but it's kind of that role where they're just always around there cleaning up potentially other people's misses.
In quality control. Yep, taking care of things. Jesup back on defense as the Huskies with Becker lobbing over the other side. Rudolph, that ball's going to come out of bounds. And it will remain Husky ball.
Well, I'm thinking, maybe it was that might have been the two gals that, the Bovey gals that we were trying to figure out last night. It might have been one of those.
Okay, over on the cheer side of things, yeah, I did see, I did see Allison cheering for JV, so I guess I didn't look over the rail where they both wearing cheer outfits.
And Hannah was always a blonde-headed gal, and apparently she's gone dark. She's got the brunette hair now.
Well, there was a time you had hair and you went bald now.
Yep.
So it comes around, I guess.
Mine was not really a choice, though. It's kind of an evolution.
6:30 to play. Ball rolls out here in the first period, just underway, as Jesup. And we did, as last night, we were trying to make our way through those cheerleaders, and from our vantage point, it's hard because they're kind of behind a backboard. It's like cheerleaders with no heads over here. But let's run through these. We don't give them enough credit. They're here every game, cheering on the Jayhawks and providing some excitement in the house. So your varsity basketball cheerleaders are Ava Nolan, Hannah Bovey, Madeline Martin, Kendall Earls, Hannah Borland, and Ava Troyer. And your JV basketball cheerleaders are Bree Jacobson, Ashlyn Aman, and Allison Bovey. And then for your wrestling cheer squad, varsity, we've got, well, I guess it's just wrestling cheer squad. We don't have a varsity or JV there, but we've got Ivy Borneman, Patience O'Connor, Carly Schutte, Kaylee Dahl, Jamin Lloyd, Sienna Youngblood, and Kinsey Oberbrockling. And then, I didn't realize this, but Jay is potentially not a real bird. I don't think, I think you've lost your mind. I think you better just, I think what you're saying, you're getting some names. I think what you're learning is those are people that help Jay.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Callie Schutte and Ella Maker
they help Jay.
The gals that help Jay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense because I was like,
handlers.
This
They're his
is
handlers.
I mean, the next thing somebody's gonna like, Santa isn't real or something, It's
right.
like
The tooth fairy thing.
Stop messing with me, people.
Well, there is a basketball game going on, as we give credit where credit's due, and the cheerleading end of things. 5:35 to go. Still seeking the first points. The Huskies are in this game. Free throw line, we do see Becker go up there. Hayden Becker, get a sophomore, bounce around and goes away. Jesup, one team foul. And that last foul was counted against Nesbitt. And that one will go in. First point of the night for Oelwein and Becker.
Once again, go ahead, Nate. Finish your.
No, it was irrelevant at this point.
Once again, we do. I think we're seeing Peyton Youngblood bring the ball up the court for the Jayhawks. This was a move we saw first last night, moving Peyton Bowes kind of off ball in that two-spot shooting guard, potentially giving her a better opportunity to do what she does very well, which is shoot the ball.
Comes out of bounds, and Berryman will inbound. Just going to mention, we talk wrestling cheerleaders are in full action today, along with the wrestling team supporting that group, who right now is leading the NICL individual conference tournament over at Dyke New Hartford today. 216.5, the leading Union by 13 points total. So
excellent.
We'll see if Jesup can make their way back to Jesup for the first time as conference tournament champions.
That would be outstanding. Regardless of how that turns out, that's a great day for the Jayhawks. And apparently, back to basketball here, apparently the possession arrow on the scoreboard is not being used because that last jump ball of the ball went to Jesup when it's pointing to Oelwein, and it's remained there. So, well, they must be using the one down at the scorer's table.
Ball gets loose. Jesup had a chance at it. Oelwein, they were in action last night too, so it's not, you can't give any credit that you had a busy game last night where a good chunk of varsity didn't play most of the second half. Dyke New Hartford was the competition they had last night, and number one Wolverines beat Oelwein by a score 85-28.
That's Peyton Weber in for Olivia Nesbitt. Yeah, that D&H team is they're pretty well equipped. They've got all the pieces.
Because is it what, 3 state tournament champs in a row? Is that where they're at?
Yeah. Nice feed by Peyton Youngblood into I believe that was Peyton Weber.
And there's Bolden. Gets a handle on that turnover. In the paint, left side. Gets pushed and the ball goes in.
That's a great take by Bolden. Got the steal, took it all the way to the hoop, drew the foul, head to the line to hopefully make this 3. But that was a really strong play.
3:51 as we'll see a timeout wanted here on the sideline.
Coach
Jesup. 30-second timeout.
Coach Jesup talking things over with his gals.
Peyton Bowes leads this team, pushing 12 points per game. Livy Nesbitt in that runner-up spot, 10.2 points per game. Mackenzie C leads Oelwein, 23.4 per game. That guy's on?
He's on.
Okay, all right.
Go Jayhawks, he says. Good to have you aboard.
That guy did send me a message on the Facebook trying to coordinate something, and I had to make a connection for him. So that guy, I hope you got that thing taken care of for that person.
That was very ambiguous.
Yes. Not that the DEA is going to come knocking on our door.
Bolden does make it a 3-point play, which extends the Jayhawk lead by 10.
Big margins in Jesup.
Hayden Becker with the attempt. Floater in the lane, no good. And McKenna to Bockhorst, the 5'9" freshman for Oelwein, gets in the middle of the passing lane there and tips it out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Jayhawks as Peyton Bowes inbounds.
I believe these stats are up today, but Jesup has been winning their games by average almost 12 points each time out as Oelwein gets a basket on that left side with Berryman. Take him up to now 3. Bolden pops back, 10-footer.
Nice. Bolden's, she's come to play tonight. That was a really nice little push and pop, whatever you want to call it. Marie Rael, along with Rachel Rudapal, back into the game for the Huskies.
Did you catch Zabel in there too? Made her way in.
I did not.
Off the bench.
Thanks for mentioning that.
In the paint, she goes right for it.
On cue, she drops 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, we plan that out.
Always. Everything that you hear is scripted, thoughtfully planned for weeks on end.
We make modifications day of. You know, any good sitcom does that.
Yes, that's right.
2:32 first quarter, and Bose will get dinged with
yeah, that foul's going to go
foul
against
right in there. Actually, Huskies get dinged with that foul.
Yeah, Maria Rael, senior guard.
Trying to figure out what direction he was pointing, where he's trying to. That whistle came from that sideline.
Yeah.
And then he pointed down towards the floor.
Maria not exactly on board with that foul. But she's going to head to the bench, and Alexa Berryman is back into the game for the Huskies.
And seeing Emma Bose for the first time tonight. Peyton Youngblood. She gets fouled as she's trying to force that down to Peyton Bose, who again leads this team with 12 points per game. Her field goal average has come down a little bit. She's just struggling to get some things to drop through here in the last few games.
Peyton Youngblood's going to make the first. As we see 3 Peytons on the court for the Jayhawks at the moment, and Hayden Becker back in for Oelwein. But yeah, we've got Peyton Bose, Emma Bose, Peyton Weber, Peyton Youngblood shooting, and that's going to be a free one. Oh wow, we're in. Never mind. And then of course Emma Zabel, who we recently called out.
They're giving it to Emma. She was ready for it. Gets her first basket just into the game here.
That was great.
1-5.
Great fast break off the steal.
We'll push in. Zabel tries to get her hand on it. Continue to force that up as C will draw the foul. 2 minutes to play first quarter.
C working hard down there. She got her own rebound, put it back up, couldn't get it to drop, but see if she can add a couple to their total. Going to get at least one.
They've been averaging 48.4 points as a team, Oelwein has, and have lost by average of 4.6 points.
They've been in some close games, that's for sure. Nesbitt and Bain back into the game for the Jayhawks.
Hayden Youngblood looking down the floor, sees Emma Bose back-to-back baskets, and a timeout is wanted.
Nice work by the Jayhawks. Great pass by Peyton Youngblood. Has her head up, seeing the court, making the great pass. A nice work by Emma Bose converting that into points.
I'm going to go through, give you a quick wrestling update here.
Yes, please.
Coming out of the tournament, Aiden Bergman ends up in first place, conference champion. Cooper Hines at third place at 113. Gavin Bell ends up in fourth at 120. Ethan Kroll, second place at 132. Dawson Bell, a champion at 138. Caden Lang, third place at 144. Tice Larson, fourth place at 150. Wyatt Renner does not place. Wyatt Vanderwerf ends up in second place. He loses to Caden Decker to Wapsie Valley and a major decision at 157. And we still have 165 with Max Soli. 75 at Bucknell, Skylar Blatt at 215, and Drew Monson at 285 to come at heavyweight. So we'll keep an eye on that. Jesup in that lead right now as a team, 216.5 to Union's 203.5.
Get it done, boys, get it done.
And Denver and Wapsie sneaking up on there as well. So we'll keep an eye on that, and kind of hopeful timing. They pull this off and roll that bus into Jesup. Maybe during that boys game, if that can time out and give some recognition there. If not, we'll give it to them on Tuesday.
Yep.
We'll talk more about that here later on this broadcast.
Oelwein looking to score. Drive inside by Hayden Becker gets stuffed by Olivia Nesbitt, but a little bit extra on that block shot. So that's Olivia's second foul, third team foul for the Jayhawks, compared to at least five for Oelwein. And Peyton Weber and Jaden Bowes enter the game for the Jayhawks as Nesbitt and Peyton Youngblood take seat. Becker will get her second shot, 23-7 Jayhawks. Peyton Bowes back at point with Youngblood on the bench. Feeds it inside to Peyton Weber. The Peyton show gets it done.
Quick over that timeline. With that far side, Emma Bowes walking that baseline. They're going to say she stayed in. Jesup will go back on offense.
Dancing.
Emma.
Nice move, Emma.
Confident with that shot left side baseline.
She looks, the last couple nights, she has looked a lot better than she had been looking. Not to be too critical, but I think she would admit that she was struggling a little bit in certain aspects of her game, and she's doing a really nice job here this weekend.
Throws another one up. That'll get loose, but Bain tries to clean that up. Couldn't get it to go. Back on defense. Say Jesup has eased up a little bit on defense. Kind of weave in and out. Becker goes to the hoop. She's got three now, under 26 seconds to play. The first period shot clock is off.
Becker's a nice player for the Huskies. She does a little everything out there on the offensive and defensive end.
And there's Jaden Bowes in the game. She misses that long shot.
Got to go to that rebound, Peyton Weber.
5 seconds. With that last shot, C hits the rim, no good. Rebound to Jaden. And that's the end of the quarter, 27-9 is where we're sitting right now. Looking ahead to next week, as Jesup will travel up to Oelwein on Tuesday. That game was supposed to be here on this floor on Tuesday, but there was another game that was supposed to take place up at Wapsie Valley back on the 9th that was postponed due to weather. But the change happens because the Jesup wrestling team, for the first time ever, will host the regional dual tournament, which will have Clarksville North Butler facing against Lisbon, and then the winner of that, the Jayhawks get. And we'll have that right here on the Jayhawks Sports Network with, I'm not quite sure our air time. I think it's a 6 o'clock first move at 6 o'clock, so we'll be on a little bit before that.
And you mentioned last night, Nate, it's great that we're able to broadcast that, and we certainly invite anyone to join us, but even better would be if you can make your way up to the gym here and cheer on our Jayhawks in person. It'd be great to pack the house and really show them a lot of support, especially given the outstanding season that they're in right now.
They win that, and they go into Saturday down at Coralville. Is it the Excel Center, Excel Arena?
Yeah.
For the state dual tournament. Outside shot, open, Berryman
got it
through.
That's a nice play for the Huskies, a little inside out action.
Bain stretches that pivot foot. And nice go in from Bolden.
Bolden's finding some lanes.
Take her to 9 total.
We're going to get Peyton Bowes, I believe, with a little bit of a push. That's Peyton's first foul of the night. First team foul for the Jayhawks of the quarter. I put a mint in my mouth, Nate, and that might have been a bad move with the headset on.
I can smell it. That's good. We'll With a headset or with a microphone?
A microphone.
Okay.
Well, whatever. Yeah.
All right.
With a microphone.
I didn't know if it was.
I don't know if the. I have a tendency to chomp on them, so I apologize to our listeners if all of a sudden it sounds like I'm chewing on rocks.
Peyton Weber, flat-footed. Oh, that was going to go and rolled away.
Got to stick around and get that rebound.
Yeah, everybody was ready to go back the other direction.
Bolden attempts to draw the charge there. It does not happen. Peyton sees her underneath.
Match up on defense.
Nice feed inside.
That one comes loose out of bounds. Watch, actually, Oelwein's.
Maria Rael back into the game for the Huskies. She replaces McKenna to Bockhorst.
He's right under the hoop. Black ball.
Wrestling update. Max Soley finishes in fourth place.
Yeah, there we go. They got it right.
29-13. Adriana Bolden checking the sideline. Coach Conrad. That play called up. Bolden finds Bain. That one's going to get blocked away. Still active as this squad will go towards that north basket.
Megan Rael with that block, and then she draws a foul against, I believe that was Bolden. That'll be Bolden's second. That was not Bolden.
Actually, Peyton Youngblood going to give her that one. That'll be her first. And that ball stopped short. Peyton Youngblood came down hard on her knee on that floor.
I don't think it was her knee. I think it was her ankle.
So bring her off. I feel like the pain's kind of drifted away a little bit.
Yeah, that's keep walking, Peyton. That's one of those that saw the look on her face. I knew that was.
Yeah, right on her knees where she's pointing at.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. Get a little bit of rest.
She went down kind of awkward there. I thought it was her ankle, and you said knee.
Well, just the thud that came down, I was like, that had to be that. And Bolden losing that ball. Oelwein players almost sitting on her to get that back. Well, they were almost, I guess almost. And there we go, Bain. Trying to get this offense moving forward as Peyton Bowes was trying to find Weber, and that one comes out of bounds.
Jesup's going to have to toughen up a little bit here. Oelwein's playing some scrappy basketball and making things difficult for Jesup here in the second period. So Jesup's going to have to return that.
Under 5.5. Bowes looking for a big one. Saved it, but Oelwein will get it in their hands. Stop and go in front of the rim. Bolden. She finds that defensive rebound.
Sage Bain back there, bringing the ball up a little bit, along with Bolden. Oh.
Nice.
Guys, we got to get a call.
Peyton Bowes is wanting to get a basket to drop.
Yeah, Peyton Weber just wants a foul called.
Now Bolden gets the timeline, push into Peyton Weber, and
there we go.
She gets it that time.
I think she was going to get that one regardless. I think there was a makeup call coming, even if they didn't follow her there.
Well, that guy's giving you some breaking news on YouTube there. I'm not sure it's news you want to know.
That guy?
Yeah, that guy's telling you.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
Yeah. A little insight to Santa Claus. I'm not sure if you want to know that or not, but that's for your own decision making.
We've got to probably got to be careful what we say about that. Who knows the age of the listeners out there?
teenagers look at the comments, or kids look at the comments on YouTube. Little force to Bolden, has the opening, takes advantage of it. 11, actually 13 points for Adriana.
Jayhawks putting on a solid full court pressure. Those double teams did their job. Resulted in a couple of nice easy baskets for the Jayhawks. Coach Conrad below, animated as usual.
That one's loose. Emma almost loses the handle on it. Down towards Jaden. She saw the opening, wants to come in a little bit. Take it back to Adriana. Zabel in the game now, a freshman for the Jayhawks. Now Jaden Bowes back of the rim. Down low, a little far thrown. As Rulapol gets out of her hands.
Not to be confused with RuPaul.
A little bit different.
RuPaul, is she still around? She's still,
Maybe. I don't know.
Yes.
You can look that up at halftime when you get some chance.
Nice
Zabel up off the left side. Emma looking for an outlet. Get out of that lane, and 3 seconds was a matter of time.
That was a great feed by Jaden Bowes into Olivia Nesbitt. Couldn't get the basket, but really nice pass. Peyton Youngblood back in for the Jayhawks on the front of that full court press. That ball is going to go back to the Jayhawks.
Emma, just an aggressive player. She's
like the Energizer Bunny.
She moves where she needs to be and will dive for that ball if she needs to be. Nesbitt back in the game.
She was dealing with a little bit of a ankle injury, foot/ankle injury over Christmas, and that seems to have worked its way out. So that's good to
side,
see.
Emma build her total now up to 8 points coming in off the bench. Yeah, the leading scorers last night were both off the bench when you look at Peyton Weber and Emma Bowes. Outside shot, finally see to Brunkhorst.
To Bockhorst. I don't know how.
Is that how you say that?
Your guess is as good as mine, Nate.
To Brockhorst.
Emma Bowes just short on the 3 ball.
And we will see a jump possession. Arrow says Jesup.
Yeah.
At least on the scoreboard, anyway.
Rachel Rulapol kind of whacked her head going down there, I believe. She seems to be no worse for the wear. Peyton Youngblood to inbounds. Jaden Bowes shot.
In and out. Wow, pull that down. C has the rebound. Jesup trying to give some pressure defensively. As they'll set that zone. And Oelwein picking up the pace on the passes. 2:19 until halftime.
Nice shot by C.
She was confident going towards that lane. And Jaden Bowes will draw the foul. Neither team in the bonus yet.
That foul going against Libby Gerhardt, I believe. And she's going to take a seat. Maria Rael back into the game. And I believe that was Macy Westendorf that just came in, the sophomore guard. Ball into Emma Bowes. She's going to trip and lose the ball out of bounds. Okay, I was going to say that was a defender's foot that she tripped over, so they are calling a foul.
35-17, Jesup leading Oelwein. Again, this is a NICL East matchup.
Haley Burke into the game for the Huskies.
Ready for it. Take her to 6 points total.
Oelwein really struggling to defend our front court this evening, getting a lot of pretty good, easy looks inside. At least not when fouls are being called. We've seen kind of a load of those called here this evening as well, as Becker's going to head to the free throw line here to shoot a pair. Coach Joe Smines going to chat with Nate at halftime after the talk about the big lopsided victory last night. And Nate, I was expecting a victory and potentially a lopsided victory, but after talking to Coach Schmidt after the game, I was made aware that that team is actually, who did we play last night?
East Marshall.
East Marshall,
yeah,
thank you.
It's all right.
Has actually taken some
it's been less than a day. It's all right, we'll give you that.
They took, Joe, AP, they played a close game with AP. Yeah, Wapsie and Denver, so that GR, that's a solid team. Much better team than I realized.
Bolden with the free throw. Take it to 14 total here, a little over 90 seconds to play, first half.
Adriana Bolden picks up her 15th point. I don't remember. Didn't Adriana have a 25-point game this year or something along those lines?
I feel like early on that was there.
Yeah.
You know, she's leading the team right now tonight.
Yeah. And she's potentially going to add to that right now.
Yeah. She's been averaging 7.2 points per game, and this is surely going to increase this up.
Nice job by Adriana being patient with that, giving a little fake, letting the defense pass her by.
Both teams in the bonus right now. That one's blocked by Bolden. She's playing out of her shoes tonight.
That's the thing about having a good game. It's kind of the better you're playing, the better you want to play, and the more aggressive you play, and kind of a snowball effect sometimes.
Under a minute. Deep shot. That's what they keep trying to do. Make some things happen.
Westendorf with the 2. Bolden looks for Weber inside. It's taken away by the Huskies, who are quickly back the other way. That's going to be a charge.
And a block in there for Bain. Looked like she held her own.
That looked like the textbook definition of a charge to me, but I'm in all white. I'm not in white and black.
That one thinks about popping out.
McKenna to Bockhorst.
Total is 7 right now.
The 5'9" freshman forward for the Huskies. She misses the second, but they do get the rebound.
Seeing a nice follow-up, take her to 6. Approaching 30 seconds left, first half. Again, we're going to talk to head basketball coach Joe Smines here in a little bit.
Hit that.
About last night's game and preview into tonight. That one comes out. Clock stops at 19-1. Another foul.
Peyton Weber, you give her another year, and she's not going to miss many baskets. She's certainly not going to miss those. But she's so aggressive, she still gets herself to the line there. See if she can drop a couple here. And she gets the friendly roll on the first one. She makes it 2. Jesup still in that full court man-to-man press. Turnover, Bose 2.
Get her up in the scorebook with 4 total under 8 seconds. Looking to decide what she wants to do. Bain stops up, trying to resist the foul, and last second doesn't go.
That was an interesting final few seconds there. Peyton Youngblood gets the ball, and I just think she kind of lost her mind for a hot second there. I'm going to turn these over to Coach Smines.
All right. Jesup girls go to the locker room 45-25. At the end of the quarter, it was 27-9. We'll bring in head coach Joe Smines, and got to look at a wrestling update. Wrestlers up 222 and a half to Union right now, so in the driver's seat.
We've been following along all day, and that looks like it might be good enough at this point. I don't know what else is left out there, but
yeah, still waiting to Drew Munson's got to come up. Skylar Blatt,
probably a few.
Actually, Skylar Blatt, he's got to come up yet.
I'm not sure
looks
about
like
the consolation bracket part.
Kyle
of it.
Bucknell got a championship. Max Solian's up at third base, so it's winding down there. So.
Good stuff.
Would a timeout they would show back up here during the boys' game to give them maybe a little celebration with the crowd, I wonder.
That'd be pretty cool for them.
Yeah.
And well-deserved.
So let's talk about last night. Again, Oelwein tonight, that game coming up here again shortly. But last night, an 81-44 victory on this floor. I guess talk about with East Marshall. Again, not a team that you were going to necessarily shake your head off, and right. I guess you were probably anticipating maybe a closer game than it ended up.
Yeah, we tell you the last 3 years we've played them. Going into that game, it seemed like they could really score the ball. They played teams really close or competitively, and each of the 3 times we've played them, we have come out with the energy we've needed, the competitiveness we've needed, and the execution we've needed to be successful. And what a 34-point first quarter last night. Kale Shizzle on fire from 3. Things he can do, and hasn't done it for a little while this year. Hadn't shot the ball overly well, but done some other things so well. Good to see some shots go through for him last night. And, what can I say about Jack and Ryan? They were terrific. And then I thought Landon Vogel really played a good floor game last night.
That possibly was his best game last night. I mean, I may not necessarily have many points, but he seemed to be where he needed to be, making the plays happen that needed to happen, and he had some key baskets too.
Yeah, he had 13 rebounds. I know. If you would have told me last year this time he'd have 13 rebounds in a varsity game, I said there's no way. He can always score. He's always done that, but he's really worked hard in the weight room to get himself able to play at this level and to play inside a little bit on our zone defense. He did a tremendous job, and those 4 guys were really going last night for us. It was good to get some other guys on the floor last night, especially in the first quarter and the second quarter, and then kind of mix some other guys in to get them some minutes and hopefully keep us fresher for tonight.
Yeah, you brought Paxton McCone relatively early to kind of maybe some relief in guard, but give him some varsity minutes at that one spot.
He's kind of snuck his way up here the last 3 or 4 weeks, and he played really well at the JV level before break, and kid that's really worked hard to get better. And earned some minutes last night. We needed to get some rotation. The game was really up and down. Our guys got a little tired there in the second quarter, and good time to use Pax, I thought, and did a nice job. Was aggressive, and then came back in the fourth quarter. Did a nice job as well. So he's really claiming the charts right now for us.
Well, and Luke and I were talking last night. It was probably the best passing game that we saw.
Yeah.
And I guess I made the comment. I think they finally have come together. I feel like they know. Kind of can read each other without having to talk to each other and where they're going to be. They kind of know where things are going to happen.
I think early in the year you saw a team that, we'd worked together a little bit obviously in the spring and summer, but they were still trying to feel each other out a little bit. And, the group gets along well. They practice well together. But, when you get on the court and the lights come on, it's a little bit different scenario. And, really only 3 of the guys had played extended minutes in big-time games, and Landon hadn't played them much last year. So, as we've gone on here, you've seen the guys get more and more involved. And you hit the nail on the head last night. We moved the ball tremendously. We had 4 turnovers, 2 of which came in the last minute. So we basically had 2 turnovers the whole game with 20-plus assists. So we're a low turnover team anyway, and but the ball was really moving. I think Jack only took 14 shots last night, but he had 29 points, and Ryan took 15 shots. I think Kale was in double figures. So, obviously the ball's got to run through Jack for us to be successful majority of the time. But when that ball is hopping, we become a much better team. Yeah,
I think we were commenting at what point what will be the total Jack ends with. And I think we threw out, can he get to 2,000? So then Karma had to do some calculations. He'd have to average 66 points a game.
You guys were a little off on that one.
To get that a little bit. Yeah. But let's go move into tonight, and we'll talk about East Marshall. I guess East Marshall was last night, but Oelwein tonight. Back in some conference games, as you guys are still playing catch-up on some conference games here. As Oelwein comes in, you got them early on in December, 63-20 up at their place. How have they evolved as a team based on what you've seen?
Well, when we played them the first time, I thought they were a team that was getting better, ascending. Starts with Sauser in the middle for them, who's a tremendous runner, state-level quality runner, and plays a post position, which you don't see that much of that very often. He's a great big boy, athletic kid, really good player. Then they kind of hit a little skid there before break started. But 2 weeks ago, or a week and a half ago, I've lost track, they beat Union at Union, which opened the door for us to have a chance to win the league outright again if we take care of business. So, but like I said, they have a chance. They're a good basketball team. They've had some nice quality performances. We'll have to be ready to go tonight. They got 2 guys inside. They do a nice job for them. So it's a little different matchup for us than it was last night, and probably a little different style game than it was last night. But it still comes down to us playing the way we want to play and then making sure we keep their 2 big guys off the boards, Pryor and Sauser, and then getting the game going up and down.
Yeah, I guess I gave you the wrong score. 69-45 is what the game was with the boys back on December the 5th. And, we're looking ahead here. It's another busy week as we move into next week. Coach speak, we don't like to talk about the games until the one we're done, but just talk about what the week to come is. Sure. It's going to be busy.
Yeah, we got to go to Wapsie on Tuesday night. Always a interesting game. Their record is not very good this year, but I'll tell you.
But that don't matter.
That don't matter in that game, and with Marty at the helm, they'll be ready to play. They took South Tartan last night right down to the wire, and we saw South Tartan here against us play a really solid basketball game. So we'll have to be ready in that one as well. It'll be a good day of preparation on Monday to get ready for them because they do some things a little differently than what other teams do. Then we have a makeup on Thursday at Sumner, and then Friday home versus Columbus for senior night. So a lot of action is going to happen here in the next couple days to make sure we're prepared for the whole week in terms of scouting reports and all that stuff. So coaching staff, we can look a little ahead. Got to look ahead a little bit to make sure we're prepared for the next day. But, players one day at a time for us right now in that regard.
Well, Coach, thanks for coming up, and nice win last night.
Thank
and
you.
Good luck again tonight.
Thanks, Nate.
Head Coach Joe Spines here on the halftime on the J-Hawks Sports Network as Oelwein girls trailing Jesup girls right now 45-25 in an NICL East battle. Back in a couple minutes on the J-Hawks Sports Network. All right, back on the J-Hawks Sports Network for Heartland Technology. Halftime is complete, and Jesup going to get back at it here. 45-25 lead right now. The girls end of things over Oelwein, and unofficially it looks like Jesup Wrestling is winning the NICL individual tournament over at Dyke. Unofficially right now is they're closing out with the championship heavyweight match, but Jesup 222.5 points. Union into second place with 207.5 points. So congratulations to Coach Gross and his squad.
Absolutely.
And we'll go through the placings here between the third and fourth quarter and give you some final results, what we see. As Peyton Bowes, right off the bat, builds on her total, take her to 6 now.
Yeah, nice, good run up the court by Bolden, and then that little dump off to Bowes to make that happen. Bolden really having a solid game. She's got 17 points currently in the first half, and thanks to that guy on YouTube, we were reminded that her high, her personal best, was against East Marshall last year, where she scored 25 points. So we'll see if Bolden can continue her hot shooting night and best her best. See what I did there, Nate?
I did, yeah. I just letting you fly, you know.
Either
fly or let you drown on your own. It was all up to you at that
Either
point.
way, I'm on my own.
Yeah, otherwise I was just going to just see how it all played out.
I'm not aligning with this idiot. He's Bolden with the 3, no good, but Olivia's there, no good.
No.
Bowes with the little mid-range jumper, no good.
And back and forth, and Olivia's going to fight that one. It's going to remain towards Jesup, it appears, but Olivia.
Rulapal went down hard after that little scrap.
Kind of biting her lip a little bit, just kind of holding it in. Shake it off. She's ready to get back at it. 6:42 to go, just underway here in this third. Ball high up off that backboard, no good.
Olivia a little frustrated with herself right now.
Huskies moving the ball pretty quickly. Seeing some open opportunities, not necessarily taking advantage of them. There's an open shot and a 3, no good. Chase it down. Bain has it.
Bain looking for her outlet. She's going to dribble it herself. Good decision. Bolden fakes. Sorry, I'm stealing your job here.
Hey, whatever you get warmed up for a couple of weeks when it's just you hanging out.
It is funny how when you're doing a little play-by-play, you start to, I don't know, more naturally do it, I guess. I wouldn't say that I'm natural at it, but
look how far you've come.
Yeah, I find myself starting to do it when you're even here, which I need to shut up and let you do your thing.
I drift off because I'm looking up a stat or talking to somebody, and then you take over, which is good. And then there's times that, there's things that you would say that I end up saying, and like, okay, why did I say that? Well, I'm just fill in that blank.
I mean, it really is Dumb and Dumber up here. You complete me.
Yes. He's saying there's a chance. 5:38 as we roll here in this third period. Oelwein, a little bit of an opening underneath, and listen, Olivia Nesbitt had some good coverage, but had to kind of let it fly. And I believe that was
Olivia used that board. It went in, but.
And that, I was just going to give credit for McKenna to Bockhorst.
Another steal by Bolden, gets it back in and draws the foul.
Continued on where she needed to be. It'll take her to 19 as she draws that.
That girl's locked in.
And she's been at that free throw line a number of times tonight.
Bolden again looking to, or is heading to Central next year to further her basketball career.
Ball's loose. Tough pass. Bain does pick that up. Under 5 minutes, third period. Youngblood will get that across. She's back in now. Peyton Bowes, little pull-up jumper, rim no good. Bain follows up. Take her to 8. 53-29. It's 45-25 at half.
Nice job by Bolden. Been down to help. Is that Becker? No, that is C. Help C up off the ground.
No push in. Bring
Another
that around
steal. I'd like to know how many steals Bolden has tonight. She's got a load of them.
Yeah, she's disrupted this offense considerably. And confidently goes that left side. Top of the box, no good. Bring it back the other way.
I'm pleased with the job that Peyton Youngblood's doing at point. She is distributing the basketball well, finding the open teammates and getting it to them.
Nesbitt 6 points now on that board. Widen that lead. .355 to go. Jesup just pulled back. Half-court defense in that zone. Giving some openings to Oelwein. Shot comes off. That looked like that was going to go over, but Becker able to bring that in, take her to 6 total. Actually, correct that. Take her 11 total. I'm missing a couple points along the way here. Nesbitt eyed the 3, but finds Ben. Bain has it.
Should have got an and one on that one.
Take her to double numbers at 10 now.
Man, that was a sweet pass by Nesbitt.
And with all that traffic between her and Sage,
nearly
impressive
a turnover.
to get it.
Nearly a turnover by the Huskies. Becker able to reel that in. Rebound, Nesbitt.
I feel like the game has slowed down a little bit. Getting some tired legs out there as, there it is. Peyton Bain's been due. Take her to 9 now. Get her first three-pointer in a little bit. Right side attempt from C, no good. Fast break, Peyton Bowes.
I love this. Peyton Youngblood, she wastes no time getting that ball up and out of her hands. She's not trying to dribble it all the way up the court and set up an offense. She is on the move, head up, looking forward, and making those fast break opportunities for her teammates.
Seeing some mass substitutions here for Jesup as Jaden Bowes, Emma Bowes, Zabel, Peyton Weber, and Peyton Bowes will stay in the game.
Yep, she'll take back over at point guard. Of course, Peyton Bowes for most of the year and all of last year was the J-Hawk point guard and will continue to be to some degree. We don't really know how that's all going to go over the long haul here, but so far so good.
Emma Bowes gets that steal, finds a fast break, and that will take her, I believe, to 10. So we got multiple Jayhawk players with double figures and whistles blown. Or are we looking just at a jump possession, which should go to Oelwein, or there is a timeout taken?
Yep, Coach Conrad, he called a 30-second timeout. And prior to that, Emma probably got away with a foul that resulted in one of the Oelwein gals being laid out, which likely is what Coach Jesup is communicating to one of the refs at the moment. The ref shakes his head in disagreement, so I don't think that conversation went the way that Coach Jesup was hoping, but sometimes it's good to just make them aware of certain things, and maybe the next time you get a call that you wouldn't have gotten.
Under 2 minutes here in this third period as Oelwein getting back on defense. Zabel calling up Bowes. And again, you look at just zone defense where you're Trying to get past for Jesup. Outlet to Jaden Bowes.
Little right.
Back of the rim, and Emma pulls it in, comes out of her shoe, tries to get the shot up, get her own rebound, and still no whistles. And they're just going to keep letting them play. And she's like, I just need to get my shoe on.
Emma's like, can I get a sec?
Just want to get my shoe on. Blow the whistle, would you? 62-32. Score keeps widening. Cross court.
5 points shy of a running clock situation here. That is a 35-point spread is when that would start. And, of course, it has to be after halftime, which obviously we are in that. Foul is going to go against Bolden.
Free throw line up and no good. Off a roll. A rail.
Rael?
Rail, wow.
You know, I'm pronouncing it the way Doug Fresh said it in when they did the lineups. He said Rael, so I'm just kind of going off his lead. That. He's been around the block and sometimes knows some stuff that we might not know.
And sometimes you don't want to give him as much credit for it, but you will tonight.
Yep.
Emma Bowes breaks through traffic. Rebound comes back towards Oelwein. Under a minute.
Becker kind of
basket.
Drops her shoulder and works her way in there.
Down low. Got
Nice.
one of the sisters. Jaden was in there. Pulled that away.
Jaden, that was
I'm not sure who she was exactly trying to
there
get,
you go.
but Jaden comes through.
That was a kind of a football reception on the sideline, far sideline. Then
she's in the scorebook for the first time. Everybody who's played has scored for Coach Conrad today.
Bolden on the breakaway after another steal. She's going to get that one. That's going to bring her total to 21.
Certainly will hit that margin here in that fourth period to have that running clock and advance things along.
Bolden.
And deep shot at that end of the third period makes it 67-33. As Oelwein only had 8 points in that last stanza. And Jesup with 22 earned in there. Again, I think we can say official. Jesup wrestlers did win the nickel individual conference tournament today over at Dyke New Hartford. And I believe it's the first time ever that the Jayhawks have earned that. And going through the how the wrestlers did, Aiden Bergman ends up as the champion. Cooper Hines in third place. Gavin Bell, fourth place. That was at 120. Should say Cooper Hines at 113. Bergman at 106. Ethan Kroll in second place at 132. At 138, Dawson Bell's a champion. 144, Caden Lang finishes in third. Tice Larson, fourth place at 150. Wyatt Renner does not place at 157. I guess he was in there alongside with Wyatt Vanderwerf. Wyatt Renner just wrestling but not earning points in that bracket. Wyatt Vanderwerf ends up in second place at 157. Max Soley at 165, fourth place. Kyle Bucknell, a champion at 175. Skylar Blad, second place at 215. And Drew Munson does not place at heavyweight, but they beat Union. They were in second place. Union had 207.5 points. Jesup 222.5. Wapsie in third, 206.5. Denver at 204.5. So really four-team Duke out there towards the end. But Jesup will bring that hardware home, and maybe we'll get a chance to see him here when that bus pulls into Jesup.
Yeah, and really, that's a pretty solid victory. I mean, 225 to 207.5, or is that what? 222.5 to 207.5. That's a pretty good spread.
Good advantage when you get so many kids in that championship match and into that third place. And also when you get some pins, that really makes some things happen as well. Back to the girls' game here in Jesup.
Bowes three short. Sage Bain with the rebound, but it looks like we're going to have a foul on. That's going to be Sage Bain with the foul. I didn't see that foul. Not saying it didn't happen.
Bring it back the other way. That's her second personal for Bain. Just kind of letting the Huskies play a little bit here.
Sage Bain having to take it upon herself to get that ball up the court a couple times tonight. It's done a nice job. Peyton Youngblood 3. Let's get in there, Peyton. A little short. Bowes rebound.
She's looked at it for an outlet. Nesbitt eyed a big shot. She'll come in instead. Got some tired legs out there, I think, Luke.
Yeah, it was kind of just an awkward shot all the way around. But I mean, yeah, to your point, we got a game in last night. We're back at it tonight. I suspect there is some fatigue going on.
Yeah, game at AP last Tuesday. Quick turnaround here to play up at Wapsie Valley on Tuesday this next week. Then you got Sumner Fred at home Thursday, and you got Columbus on Friday.
And then, do we play again Saturday?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
You turn around the next week, and you've got a rescheduled game home with Wapsie Valley, and then Dyke New Hartford.
Okay.
So
C with the, I believe that was just inside the three-point line. Little fight for the rebound there. Huskies come away with it quickly up the court.
outside shot, top of the key, no good from C, or from top of the outside, top of the board, no good. Peyton Bowes eyed the three. Little lean into Nesbitt, a bouncer. Sees a double team, but she does. She goes straight up and gets that one in.
Little sigh of relief by Nesbitt there. She's working hard down low and had a couple that just wouldn't fall for her. Speaking of fall, she just took a fall. She's back up on her feet. Get in there.
And very confident where she was coming on that right side. It's a little push in over two players. Makes it 71-36 and takes her to 23 total.
Yeah, underscore that confidence. That's been the key for Adriana tonight. She made a couple of early. Boy, Sage Bain just rips it away. Okay, jump ball. Thought they were going to call that a foul. And I was going to beg to differ, but Adriana, she made a couple of early shots, and I think really filled her with some confidence. And then plus coming off a solid game last night, she's just kind of been like, I'm doing this.
5 minutes to play in this one. Boys facing Oelwein here. Following this, we'll have brand new events showing up on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page as well for you to join in on here on the J-Hawks Sports Network. This time of year we get busy with these contests. Dish out, Emma Bowes was eyeing an opportunity, but Jaden's going to take it instead and put it again. Put it through one more time.
Make it 6 for Jaden. 2 threes on the night. She's not going to pass a shot up. We saw that last night too. She's not afraid to. If she's got some space, she'll launch it.
Ball bounces it down, bring it around, front of the rim, and Emma Bowes just waiting for it.
Beast mode.
Across that timeline, Jaden, good view on the floor, but decides to take it on her
in
own.
and out.
Almost in. Zabel pulls it in, can't get it to fly.
Don't take that dribble, Zabel. Yeah, Zabel? Yes. For some reason, when that came out of my mouth, it sounded fake. Zabel's tall enough. She needs to get that rebound, just go straight back up with it.
You might have been thinking of Zolba.
Yeah,
the freshman that played a little bit last night. .337 the clock is continuous right now.
Amaya Treben-Boyd into the game. She's going to replace Peyton Youngblood. And looks like we're also going to see Carmen Nearing, the freshman forward for the Jayhawks. She's going to come in for Jaden Bowes. And we also do have Amaya Zalba, junior forward, on the court. And they, of course, are joining Emma Bowes, and Emma Zabel.
Zabel bounce. These girls got some pretty good playing time here earlier today with JV. They actually played 6 total quarters of JV ball. JV fresh soft type ball, I guess you could say, prior to this.
Alexa Berryman with the foul. No foul?
Yeah, they're going to say third team foul. They're going to give the second one to, that's going to go against Emma Zabel.
That's interesting. They called a charge, apparently.
Clock continues to roll. Oelwein. Again, Macy Westendorf.
Or maybe there was no. They did call foul, right?
Yeah, they did call a foul. Third team foul for Jesup. A lot of fouls in that third period, but not many here in this last one.
We got 3 in the lane on the Huskies.
That's 2 times tonight we've seen that call. You don't see that a ton.
No, at the varsity level, it's kind of one of those things that you should probably have that out of your system by now. It still happens, and that's not discrediting the person that just got it called on her. And then, of course, Emma, she got that 3 second earlier in the game, but she was caught in a double team and just couldn't get out of there in time.
80 seconds to play. Oelwein trying to build onto their total.
Nearly a steal by Emma.
Ball gets loose near that midcourt. Maya Trayvon Boyd.
There it is.
Chased it down, but Emma Bose was right there to pick that up and take her to 12 total now. And we're going to see continued substitutions happening.
I think we're going to see five new players. Yes, we've got Ireland Truex. Who all do we have down there?
You got Miller in there. You've got Ella DeVore. You said Truex in there. You've got Cohagen making her way in there too. Addie Cohagen. 40 seconds to go. And we're waiting for the fourth one that Luke is going to have here very shortly, or the fifth one. 30 seconds remain. Deep shot from the rim, no good. Pulled down by DeVore. Ball gets loose. Going to go back towards Oelwein.
Lainey Schilling.
Lainey Schilling also in for that.
That was delayed.
That was delayed. We got it. Cohagen cross over to Miller. Now Schilling takes a left-handed shot. In and out. No good. And this will be it. Final score, 76-38. As leading scorer on this Jesup team for tonight is Adriana Bolden with 23 total points and 12 points for Emma Bose off the bench, 10 for Sage Bain. Peyton Bose has 9 points. Nesbitt had 8. 4 for Peyton Weber. And Jaden Bose, 2 3-pointers, give her a total of 6 points. Leading for Oelwein, it looks like Brunkhorst led things with 11, actually tied with Becker with a total of 11 points. But Jesup closing out back-to-back nights of basketball, get a couple off before they head up to Wapsie Valley on Tuesday. Any final notes, Luke, tonight?
Yeah, it was a solid win for the J-Hawks. That's one of those games, I mean, on paper, we probably look like the obvious winner, but Oelwein's got some really nice players in Becker, Tabackhorst, and C, and you never know what you're going to get. That's why you play the game. But nice job for the Jayhawks, and Adriana Bolden in particular had an outstanding game.
Well, our next broadcast comes up very shortly. Boys basketball facing Oelwein. We'll have it for you. NICL East matchup here on the Jayhawk Sports Network. For Luke Baldwin, on-site producer and camera operator tonight, Anthony Baugh. I'm Nate Claiborne from the upper patio of the Jesup South Gym. Again, our final score, girls game, 76-38. Jayhawks with the win. Check this game and others again on replay on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. This is the Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology, music courtesy of bensound.com. Go Jayhawks, and good evening.